Good morning. So I realized yesterday the quality of the video that I made was really like not good. I don't know if it was the editor that I was using or what, and it ended up turning really glitchy. I realized maybe I should turn my camera to the side. Anyway, sorry, I'm looking at my daughter over here who is playing in the dog water. Yeah? Awesome, awesome. So what I figured today I would do is go through what I think we all have a big problem with. What are you doing? She is using my dress to clean off her plate. But what I figured we'd do is, I think we all run into this problem as being gardeners, is we end up with half packs of seeds or seeds that didn't quite germinate well the first half, so we kind of just took them, threw them in a box, and left them here. Well, I want to go through these because a lot of these are starting to get pretty old, and I think the germination rate is starting to get pretty low on them. Now, I don't know what kind of seeds you guys are growing. I don't know where you're at. I am in South Florida and it is hot. So the first one I want to talk about is basil. I don't get a lot of luck with basil, and I don't know if it's the variety that I'm growing. This is sweet basil, and it says it's supposed to be March, May, August, October. I do not believe any of these things that are on here because where I'm at is way too hot for any of these growing seasons, I guess you could call it. It's just too hot. They say you can grow it in this certain time, but really you can't because it's still too hot. You still have to wait another month, maybe 2 months even, past whenever this says. So I did start a little bit more of these this morning in a pot by themselves, and I'll probably finish doing the rest of these today. And the next one is these yellow pear tomatoes. I did start some of these already. These were the ones that I was talking about in the first video that I made. They're just little dinky things right now. They're not anything big. So we're not going to start any more of those. We'll just kind of keep this one tucked in here. Carrots. Carrots are my vice. I wish I could grow them. I have never had luck with them. I don't know if my soil is too sandy or if I'm not getting enough cool weather because we are hot, like 95 degrees on a regular basis. It's really beautiful this morning, but usually I am out here sweating by 10 a.m. So we'll maybe take these and tuck these away until we plant potatoes, which I'm going to be doing here probably at the end of the month. I have a whole bunch of seed potatoes started already, and we'll be clearing out 2 of the beds that we have in the backyard to put those in, and then hopefully by Christmas we'll have some good growth. It's just too wet right now in our soil for potatoes not to rot. So they are a good overwintering plant here, especially like the golden potatoes or sweet potatoes. Even sweet potatoes do really well during the wintering months here where I am at. And now mind you, I have no shade in my backyard. You found a flower? Is it pretty? Potatoes. Sorry, she's so distracting. I love her so much. She loves plants just as much as I do. She wants to help plant stuff. We actually planted some pumpkins last week too, and hopefully we'll be able to take those and put those in the bed that we're going to put potatoes in next. So pumpkins, hopefully quick turnover with the pumpkins, and then go to the potatoes. Or we might clear out a different bed for potatoes. I don't know yet. Anyway, let's keep on going. So I've got moonflowers. We're going to keep these in here because I have grown a bunch of these already, and I'm getting seeds off of my current plant, so we'll just like tuck that back in there. Chinese aster probably would be a good thing to grow right now. I don't have a lot of flowers going. I've got some marigolds, some zinnias, but nothing actually starting, so maybe we'll throw a couple of those in there today. We are definitely getting in the time of season for chard. And sorry, I have a variety of seeds So I'm not necessarily pumping any one brand up. I got these from Walmart. I got these off of Amazon. I think I got these from Home Depot. I don't even know what the brands of half of them are. I mean, obviously everybody's seen Burpee, but so we'll throw some Swiss chard, and I absolutely love this pickled. Like, you take it and you pickle it, and it is so good. It is good, like, on salads. It is good by itself. It is healthy for you, too, and it stays in your fridge for, like, ever. And then I guess the other thing that maybe I should start, seeing as I'd be starting Swiss chard, maybe throw, I'm gonna do another root crop. I guess I could try the carrots, and if it's a bust, so maybe we try the carrots, and if it's a bust, then oh well. These were sell by 2022. Hi. Give me a minute and we'll get them, okay? Okay. So maybe we try the carrots, and they were sell by 2022. They've been in this box outside. I still have good germination from them, even though it's been really hot here, but I also keep them in the shade, keep them in a like cabinet outside, you could say. So we'll try these and we'll plant them, and I'll kind of show you what I am looking like in the backyard right now and what I'm talking about with the beds and where I need to add some more flowers at. So see you in a minute. This is the mess that I'm dealing with right now, and it's not really that much of a mess, but the biggest problem right now is that I have a wasp nest in here, and these are not like they're not like normal wasps where you just like you kind of knock them around and then they go on their way. No, these things like attack you aggressively. You get anywhere near them, you mess with them, and they are on you. I think this is one of them right here. I don't know if I can get a video of him without making him mad. No, that's a normal wasp. But we have these like I don't know if they're yellow jackets or what. Yeah, this guy right here, this red jerk right here, wherever he is. Can you see him? Yeah, no, he is. They are super, super aggressive. We also have cow killers out here, so we got to watch out for those quite a bit. Yeah. No, it's a little heavy. Put it down. hold it for 1 second? Let's do this and then we'll go, okay? Okay. Hold it. And we'll go to the door, okay? Two. And one more and then we go, okay? Alright, come on. You ready? Let's go. No, you said potty. Let's go. Come on. Alright, so now that we've cooled down some and it's not as hot underneath the overhang, we've got our seeds, we have got our little tray, which we're going to also take our seed starting trays. And now I'm not going to start all of these in here, but I am going to start like the Swiss chard. I will start in here just because it's too hot out there right now. I've got a grass cover over some areas and I don't really want to direct sow that because I thought about it a little bit more. I was like, let's not do that. So we're going to do the rhubarb chard in, or this is ruby red. I guess, is it the same thing? Swiss chard, rhubarb chard? I don't know, it's pink, it's beautiful, I love it. It's got a super earthy flavor to it. And then we are going to start our basil again. And then we're going to do the Chinese aster. So here we go. I've got my trays filled up with dirt. And now we are going to take our basil, which we want to just lightly put on top of here. I'm going to take these guys. And I am not going to count. I am just going to take a little handful of these guys. I don't know how well you can see that. But we are just going to sprinkle these bad boys right on top. 2 or 3 on each one is about what we want to do. We get a little bit more, it's okay. I know I've got some extra seeds in my hand as well. But this way we know we've got 2 or 3 a piece in each tray. And I'm not going to really do much except for give them a little pat, pat, pat. Pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 and then we're going to take just a little bit of our dirt. And so I know it says 1/4 of an inch, but you really don't want to do that 1/4 of an inch because once your dirt settles, those seeds are going to drop down a little bit into your dirt. So you might not get as high of a germination rate if you bury them too deep. So we have got our first tray of basil done. I'm going to take these bad boys, move these over here. And then I've actually still got quite a few basil seeds left in there. And I have done 2 or 3 trays at this point. And we're going to grab 2 more of these seed starting trays out. And we're going to just fill these bad boys up real quick. Again, same way. And we're gonna oh, there's non-composted compost. So with the chard, we are going to take this and kind of do the same thing. I'm not going to actually cover these in dirt. What we are going to do though is we're going to take them and we're just going to slightly pop them down in. So just a little nestle, right? Just a little nestle. Maybe this front portion of your finger is really about how far you want to put rhubarb chard down. Or ruby red chard. I don't know what the difference is. There a difference? If there's a difference, let me know in the comments because I don't know. What's the difference between rhubarb chard and ruby red chard? Is there a difference? Holy cow, look at how many seeds are in that. I mean, I know it's by weight, but goodness, I'm always so surprised with how much comes out of these. And these grow. So chard is a cut and come again plant, just like sorrel. There's a lot of other lettuces that are like that as well. This one is a hardier version. Like I said, this is a very earthy vegetable, but gosh, is it good pickled. And like I said, this one I am going to make sure I only put 1, maybe 2 seeds at most per pod. And these pods are really small. I have seen quite a few people on YouTube and other social media platforms using larger seed pods, but this is what I've got. I am on a budget. It was like $15 on Amazon, not promoting anything, but this pack was like $15 on Amazon for something like 150 of these little pods, right? So that's a lot of seeds that I can grow at one time, or if one of them gets junked. And I know I said I wasn't going to add dirt, but here I am adding some. Just sprinkle. Again, I'm not putting a ton on there. I'm just sprinkle. Most of it I am taking and putting back in our bucket. So we're going to take these guys and we're going to separate these away from our basil. So this way, this is all that leftover compost. So this way we can go ahead and do our final one, which is this Chinese aster. I said I'm going to hold off on some of these other ones just until I'm a little bit more prepared in the garden. After I was looking at it a little bit more, I decided I wasn't quite ready to direct sow anything, especially with how dry and sandy the soil is at this moment. We're in the midst of hurricane season, so we can go from very, very dry to extremely wet very, very quickly, which happens quite a bit. Like we have a hurricane out in the Atlantic right now. It doesn't anticipate that it's going to be hitting us, but God forbid it does, and it floods our backyard, because that's what'll happen. We go from 0 to 100 so fast. And so with the Chinese aster are very small seeds. Aster in general has very small seeds, much like most flowers do. Most flowers you are not going to want to plant, again, really deep. This is going to be another pat. We're going to tap all these bad boys down, and then we are going to do 2 to 3 per pod. Oh, look at how tiny these are. Look at these little babies. Look at how little these little babies are. I'm sorry for the poor quality. I'm trying to get a little bit of a better view on them. But goodness, look at how cute these things are. And like I said, 2 or 3, that one got 4, but 2 or 3 per pod is what we're going to put here. And hopefully we will get a good germination rate. This company, it just says Garden Pack on it. I'll have to look to see what the actual brand is, and maybe I'll be able to put it in the link of this video. But I have had really good success, and it was just some box that I purchased on Amazon. It had like 100 different varieties, or maybe like 150 different varieties of flowers and herbs and vegetables, and I really was just looking again for a variety of things. I wasn't necessarily looking for like, oh, I want to plant this, or oh, I want to plant this. It was, okay, well, here is 150 seeds. Let's go ahead and get this. And I accidentally ordered 2 boxes, which was crazy. But the success rate of these has been fantastic. So check the link or check the description, and I will try and put a link to Amazon for this product in there. Like I said, not a sponsor, not anything like that. Just have been really happy with the product. And we're going to sprinkle, sprinkle. We don't want to overpack these. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And we're just gonna kind of shuffle these around. I think I did do this one a little bit too deep, but these ones are not quite as deep, so hopefully we'll get a good success rate. And I think that's gonna be it for today. But what we will do is we're gonna take this tray and our other couple trays, boop, 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 and we are going to put them in our water container. I've got a dry container and a wet container. The wet container is primarily for seed starters, and then the dry container is after they start sprouting. So just to kind of show you guys what I mean by dry tray and wet tray, this is a dry tray. So see how all of these sprouts are starting to come up. So they're not going to need anywhere near as much water, because their sprouts are coming up and they are going to start getting more sun. Now these are pumpkins, so I'm going to be quickly moving these out to the garden. Over here we've got our wet tray, which you can see that there is water down here. And the purpose of this is what we're doing is we are bottom watering. So we don't want to disturb these seeds that are up on top. And I will probably repeat this several times through videos that I make. You do not want to top water seeds that you have started. You really want to bottom water them. And listen, I am cheap. I cannot afford like a boat ton. So anything will work. It does not have to be some fancy tray that you get from Home Depot. It does not have to be something that you order online. It can be as simple as, oh, your kid's old dresser, which is exactly what I used. The dresser had gone bad and it was falling apart, so I took all the drawers out and have used them for miscellaneous things. So here's the wet tray. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions about anything that I did, or if you want to see me maybe plant some more specific stuff, or have any questions about any of the plants that I've got, maybe that was messy, but any of the other plants that I have in the backyard, please let me know. Like, follow, subscribe. It'll let me know that I am doing a decent job, because we're just broke gardening around here. Have a good one. See you next time.